ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नारायणं गुरुं वन्दे शरण्यं भक्तबान्धवं गौरमनुविष्टं पूर्णां राधदास्यं प्रदायकम् निरूपानुगाचार्यवर्यं रूपमञ्जरिप्रेष्ठकं पतितपावनकरुण्यं युगाचार्य नारायणम्। वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। श्यामसुन्दर श्रीकन्धशेखर स्मिरहासर मुरली मनोहर राधिकर सिकमं कृपानिधे स्वप्रिया चरण किङ्करीं कुरु। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वृंदाई तुलसी देव्याय प्रियाय केशवास च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So first of all, I begin offering my most humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradhatama Sri Guru Pada Padma Nita Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Ashtotara Satasi Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Shila Gurudeva, and to my most worshipable Shiksha and Sannyasa Guru Nita Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pada Paramahamsa Paribrajacharya Ashtotara Satasi Srimad Bhakti Vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to all Shri Rupanova Gauriya Guru Varga, all Tridandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and to all the assembled devotees here today, my most respectful obeisances. So by the Father's mercy of Srila Gurudeva and all Mahabhagavata Acharyas, we are able to assemble here one more time. So today is the verse 42. Shri Sukha Vacha iti viklavitam tasam shrutva yogeshwarishwara prahasya sadayam gopi ratmaramopi ariramat. Shri Shukadeva Goswami said, O Parikshit, when Bhagavan Shri Krishna, who is the imperial master of all masters of mystic yoga, heard the gopis' lament, which was filled with emotional turmoil, his heart melted out of mercy. He is Atmarama, self-satisfied, and enjoying in his own Swarupa, so he does not need an external object for his enjoyment. Nevertheless, he smiled and inaugurated the Rasa Lila with the gopis. So now the commentary of Srila Jiva Goswami Pada Vaishnava Toshani. So the present verse describes how Krishna was satisfied to hear the gopis' words spoken in great agitation of prema. Like his own words, which had double meanings, the words of the Brajramanis, arising out of anger and humility, were also read in two different ways, displaying entreaty and indifference. So that is also, again, confirming the question of Stanislav Prabhu last class. So to fulfill Krishna's desire for pleasure, in a laughing mood, he started the Rasa Vihar with the gopis. So he wanted to hear the gopis' responses to him, which, even though he was only joking, actually reflected their extreme perturbation or disturbance. So it means that Krishna, he was speaking that way because he wanted to see the gopis' disturbance or agitation. So now that his desire is fulfilled, Krishna was laughing. So whatever Krishna does, this is always for his own happiness and enjoyment. So that's the difference between Krishna and anybody else, is that anybody else will always do something that gives pleasure to Krishna, not to themselves. But Krishna, he may not always do things that will make people happy or the devotees happy. He will always do things that make him happy. So after answering Krishna's questions, the hidden feelings of the gopis were revealed. And that made bhav to appear in the heart of the gopis. And then by seeing that manifestation of bhav in the gopis, Krishna also manifested in his heart a very special feeling. So then it manifested in his face as one type of anubhav called harsha or jubilation. So, and after hearing the very humble and love-filled words of the gopis, Krishna's heart melted in compassion. And then he took all the gopis for Rasa dance. So, and he was the master of that big event, and he displayed very wonderful, amorous pastime. So this is the meaning of this verse. The way the gopis responded to Krishna in this samlap. Samlap means we saw in last class, this back and forth argument between Krishna and the gopis. So the way the gopis responded to this samlap, it made Krishna's heart melt. So in this way, Krishna, he promoted the Rasa dance, and the gopis also wanted to participate. But Krishna's desire was predominating over the gopis' desire. Means who will finally decide what should be done? This is Krishna, not the gopis. For example, an example is given here. When the children are playing together, that child who called everyone together to play and made all arrangements, that child will become like the leader, has a prominent role. So in the same way, the gopis are gathered because Krishna called them. So Krishna is the predominating leader of that ras. Krishna, he is called Atmaramopi, means he is fully absorbed in the pleasure of the self, Atma Ananda. So why Krishna should be involved in any other activities? But in any case, this happens, and he wants to perform different activities, although he is self-satisfied. Why is that? Because the prema of the gopis are very powerful. And that prema will make Krishna's Atmananda become very insignificant. So there is no doubt Krishna is Atmananda. He can take pleasure from his soul and become satisfied with that. But as soon as he comes in contact with the prema of the gopis, his own Atmananda becomes insignificant, and he is desiring that prema now. Like in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.7.10, it says, Atmaramascha munayo. The transcendental qualities of Sri Hari attract even the self-satisfied sages. So the sages are self-satisfied. They are Atmaram. But as soon as they see Krishna, or they hear anything regarding Krishna, or they have any type of contact with Krishna, they become attracted to Krishna, and they want now to serve Krishna. Their soul is not more enough to satisfy them. So in the same way, Krishna, he is Atmananda, he is also Atmarama, he is Aptakam, but as soon as he comes in contact with the gopis' love, then he is no longer more able to become self-satisfied. In Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.64, Krishna says, without my devotees, I do not take pleasure, any pleasure, even within my own self. This verse refers to ordinary devotees, but what to speak of the prema of the gopis? In this way, Krishna, he becomes controlled by the love of his devotee more than from his own soul. So now comes the question. If Krishna is one, how he can enjoy with unlimited gopis? So the answer comes with the word Yogeshwareshwara in this verse, which means the master of all mystic yogis. So if any ordinary type of yogis, they can expand in so many different types of forms and perform different activities, then why will Krishna, who is the master of all yogis, not be able to do the same thing and expand himself to enjoy with many gopis? So Narada Muni, he witnessed Krishna in Dwaraka, having a single body, but doing many different activities in different palaces at the same time. And all of this was by the influence of Jogmaya. So I can give one example of that. We have the story of Sobari Rishi. Sobari Rishi, he was doing austerities inside of Jamuna. And one day, Garuda tried to eat some fish, but that fish asked the sage for help. So he helped that fish not to be eaten by Garuda. So, and after some time, he saw the fish having the fish mating, and he also became with the desire to have relation with woman. So then he came to marry so many princesses. I forgot how many princesses. But so he manifested a very young body, and he multiplied himself in as much as princesses were there to marry them. So, but although he multiplied himself in dozens of forms, he has to do the same activity with each form, because this is the limit of the yogic power. But because Krishna, he is the master of all yogis, when he multiplied himself into 16,107 forms, not 8, because the original counts 1, so 107 forms in Dwaraka, he was actually doing different activities with each queen in different palace, not the same activities with each expansion. So in the same way, Krishna, he can enjoy with so many gopis at the same time. So this is the words of Srila Jiva Goswami Pad in his commentary. Now the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Sarata Darshini. So Krishna was hearing the words of the gopis, which were spoken in great humility and with overwhelming prema. Now his desire is satisfied, and he begins to laugh. He's saying, all of you cowherd maidens are overflowing with love, yet every day at a time of meeting, you are showing your contrary mood, Vamya Bhava. But I have also exhibited this Vamya Bhava only today and only externally. But my internal mood is submissive, Krishna is saying. I have done only one time this contrary mood, and you have become completely devastated because of that. And because of that, you gave up your shyness. So this has delighted me. It's Krishna saying, I'm very happy with that, very pleased. I have taken in my own hands the ocean of all your hidden feelings for me, and then I drank it. I am victorious over you. O gopis, you are the topmost among the wise people. I have conquered you. So, but now your shyness has become an obstacle to our meeting. So you should give up your shyness and come forward. You should become a garland of jewels around my neck, and let me drink the nectar of your lips. I have been thirsting for this since a long time. So after this very beautiful conversation, Krishna then, he inaugurated his amorous plays with the gopis. So because of the prema of the Brajadevis, Krishna hid his Atmaramata and submitted himself to that prema. So it means Krishna, he was no longer self-satisfied, and now he wants to satisfy himself with the prema of the gopis. The qualities of Krishna are so astonishing that even the self-satisfied sages become attracted by him. So this is the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.7.10, Atmaramascha Munayo. So in this way, actually, Krishna is revealing in this verse the glories of the gopis prema. Gopis are manifestation of Krishna's pleasure potency, Ladini Shakti. So there is no fault in Krishna enjoying with the Braja gopis. So it means they belong to Krishna himself. They are Krishna's own soul. In this regard, Krishna experiences more bliss than he does when enjoying his own self. And we can see when he is talking with Uddhav, he says, Hey Uddhav, neither Shankarshan, Lakshmi, nor even myself are as dear to me as you are. Krishna also says, I love my devotees who are completely surrendered to me. Without them, I have no interest in enjoying my own self, nor even the goddess of fortune. This is the Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.64. So in these statements, it makes clear that Bhagavan, he delights in his own devotees, not on himself. And the gopis are the crown jewel of all devotees. So in this way, Krishna, he feels this very special bliss when he's being conquered by the love of the gopis, especially when they are performing amorous pastimes. So how could one Krishna by himself enjoy with millions and millions of gopis? So the Krama Dipika gives a testimony to this. The word Yogeshwareshwara explains all this. Ordinary yogi like Shobhari Rishi can expand into many forms and enjoy with many women. Rudra and other demigods, who are his masters, can also do the same. So if they can do it, of course, Bhagavan himself can also do it. And he can perform many activities even without expanding himself. And this is what we know from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur himself, that during Rasa Leela, actually Krishna did not expand himself. He moved very fast in such a way that appeared to be one Krishna with one gopi. Even in Dwaraka, Narada Muni witnessed Krishna perform very astonishing pastime. Krishna is sporting with 16,000 wives in different moods in 16,000 different palaces simultaneously. So in this way, this is the end of the purport of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So today we learn that Krishna, although he is Atmananda, he is taking pleasure out of his own self. As soon as he comes in contact with the gopis prema, then he can never more satisfy himself. Only the gopis prema can satisfy him. We also learn that Krishna, he can perform ras with millions of gopis at the same time, although he is only one. And we know, not from this purport, but from other purports of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that Krishna did not expand himself into many forms in Rasa Leela, but he moved very fast, so that appeared to be many Krishnas, but it was only one. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Hare Krishna.